Dun 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 dun. Hey y'all, we're back. You're here with your elder in chief Karima McGee here on this channel. Everything is hot wisdom all of the time. If anything resonates with your spirit, I want to ask that you return the energy that you got for free. And how you do that is by dropping in the comments below, liking the video if you like it, share it, let your friends know that Hot Wisdom is here and we ain't going nowhere, baby. Coincides with the video that I made a couple of days ago about asking for what you want. And so the question comes up, well, Kareem, I've asked for it. I ask for what I want and I don't get the response that I'm looking for. I ask for what I want, and it's not that easy. You tell us to ask, we ask, and nothing happens. Well, I want to give you a hot wisdom perspective, but first, I want to share a video. All right, you guys watch this, and you and I will be back to chat. Go ahead.
Will you make me a coffee?
Are you crazy?
All right, so that was the first video that I saw, and I'm like, okay. Um, Naturally, I'm an inquisitive person. I was that child growing up that always had questions, a little annoying. The first question I asked was, Where's the rest of the video?" Because in my heart, there had to be more. However, the viral portion is the one that you and I just watched. I want to play this one for you, and I want you to see it from a different perspective. Hang tight. Go ahead, watch this.
Will you make me a coffee?
Are you crazy?
For real, I'm really about to fall asleep.
Okay. Is this like a back and forth thing? Because
It's a
last
simple
night
question. I just asked, will you make me coffee? I never ask you to make me coffee.
you keep on getting an attitude, you could do something with that too.
Now you act like it has to be an exchange. What's wrong with you?
It's always one-sided.
What is wrong?
You walked your butt all the way down the hallway last night, and you turned around and got into the bed, and then handed me your cup.
It's a yes
And then
or
you were
no.
home all night. You were home all
What
night.
is wrong? Why are you?
Can I finish?
Why do you keep going on?
Yeah, because it's real. You were home all night last night, and then you get up this morning and ask me to do the dishes.
What?
And I had all the kids last night.
Oh, I freaking washed all those. Keep it up.
You didn't wash all of them because there were some there this morning, unless somebody came
I
in the
did.
house in the middle of the night. Do you?
My eyes are about to fall out. I'm tired. I'm very sleepy today. So I just thought it'd be nice if you made me a cup of coffee. Who's calling you?
Probably somebody would work. I mean, most of us still work.
I am working right now.
So am I.
Looks like you're scrolling.
I can do that because I work.
You know how to make it?
We'll see. We'll see what? The exchange? Or we'll see
Do you
what?
know how to make my coffee?
I want to know what the we'll see means.
There's no exchange. It's a yes or no. You can say no.
Oh, I know.
Do you know how
I
easy
hear
that
it all
is?
the time.
Hey, will you make me
Oh,
some
you don't
coffee?
have. We know you know how to say no. We've got
You
that
can say
completely
no.
understand. We know you know how to say no.
So if that's the way you feel, you can say no.
No, I just said we know you know how to say no. I don't feel any way. You're the one that's imposing your feelings on me. I don't know what
Because you
you're
hadn't
feeling.
answered me.
I don't need to answer you.
All right. I want to break this down into segments or into pieces, all right? Because a lot of the folks online, they're looking at the fact that he asked her, "Are you crazy? Like, are you really asking me to make you a coffee?" Which it seemed like such a small request. But you guys know that I teach you to always pay attention to what? What is the one thing that Elder Eden teaches us about? All right? She's not listening. Because in his body language, you can hear exactly what's not being said. Now, Eden told us to pay attention to what is not being said, not what has been said. Because language is extremely important, right? It's extremely important. But you have to remember that sometimes what has been left out is even more important than what was being said. So let me play this and I'll be right back. Go ahead, watch this.
Is this like a back and forth thing?
Is this a back and forth thing? What's not being said? Is this a back and forth thing? He's trying to understand. So you have the audacity, the nerve to ask me for something as simple as a cup of coffee. However, you couldn't dot dot dot. That's what I heard. Listen to this. Hang tight,
You keep on
guys.
getting an attitude, you could do something with that too.
Now you act like it has to be an exchange. What's wrong with you?
It's always one sided.
But of course, hut wisdom. We pay attention, all right? And also, I don't like to judge people in their relationships because that is a them thing. How they decide to cohabitate is their business. But I want to use this as a teachable moment because the video that I, posted the other day said, Karima, you told us to ask for what we want, and when we ask, we don't always get the response that we're looking for. You said to ask for what we want when it comes to sensuality, or just to ask for what we want, and when we do, we don't get the response that we're looking for. Just because we ask, it doesn't mean it's going to work. Here we have an example of a wife who is simply asking her husband for a cup of coffee, a small gesture, and this is his response. I want to give you an opposite side to this, okay? I want to expand your way of thought just a little further, but I want you to watch this and you and I will be back to chat. Go ahead, take a look at this.
You walked your butt all the way down the hallway last night, then you turned around and got into bed and then handed me your cup.
It's a yes
And then
or
you
no.
were
And then he proceeds to say, and then you walk down that hallway. In this case, what it looked like is that he had perhaps wanted an intimate moment, but was denied that. It's what's being unsaid. Here's where he's going to say it. Listen.
Why are you
Can I finish?
Why do you keep going on?
Yeah, because it's real. You were home all night last night, and then you get up this morning and ask me to do the dishes.
What?
And I had all the kids last night.
You know how to make it?
We'll see. We'll see what the exchange, or we'll see
Do you
what.
know how to make my coffee?
I want what the we'll see means.
There's no exchange. It's a yes or no. You can say no.
Oh, I know.
Do you know how
I
easy
hear
that
it all
is?
the time.
Hey, will you make?
Bingo. I hear it all the time. He just told us that he hears no all of the time. I want you to play that back and listen to that part again. He hears no all of the time. But at what moments is he hearing no? He tells us in that same video when he's being told no. Let's go deep and we're going to finish up this video. You ready? I hope you got your big girl underwear on because you're going to need it. This gentleman is keeping score. He's keeping score. That means every time he's told no when it's time to be intimate, when it's time to have a moment, when it's time for two people in a relationship to do their coupling thing, and I think you know what I'm talking about, that he's been denied that. And he talks about it in that video. And so this is the teachable moment here in this video. It's not to judge or to rate or to determine whether or not this couple, that's not my business. I want to give you a hut wisdom perspective. We're looking at someone who is keeping score. However, he's not the only one keeping score. His mate is also keeping score as well. They go back and forth in that video. What I saw was a couple going back and forth and an explanation as to why I'm not going to get you the coffee. But more importantly, what I found was one partner is feeling as if I work, I put out, I do this, but I'm not getting in return. You all know from a hut wisdom perspective, Elder Eden urges women to be sure that if in fact someone is putting out, you must return the favor. I say it on our channel all the time in the introduction. When you're getting something, you must give something. It is the laws of nature. And it must be observed in relationships in order to honor the other. It doesn't have to be in the same way. You get me a coffee, I get you a coffee. No, it just means that I don't feel so empty that I find fault in the things that you don't do, right? Because if I was filled in other areas where you lacked, it wouldn't be a problem. But here's what I want you ladies to understand. There's a battle that no man wants to come up against, especially when he knows what's right. And that is the battle between his intelligence and his primal urges. According to Elder Eden, depending upon the personality type that we have at hand, whether it be the boar, the whale, etc., or the honeybee, when we are faced with what we know to be right and the primal urge and or need or desire to be fulfilled, especially for a man in the sexual area, that is a battle that he might not win. The Apple Watch ring in mid-afternoon, perhaps it's work, or perhaps it's primal instincts. Until next time, be inspired, be empowered, and be well.